I'm delighted to be in Hyderabad, and I'm very, very pleased to be able to welcome so many of you to this brilliant new library and cultural centre that we're setting up, a place that I hope many of you will take the opportunity to use. I'm going to talk a bit about the space that we've got, what we're offering people in the city. We'll go through a bit of our online library offer so that you can see that. I hope many of you today will take up a chance to have a free trial membership so you can see what we are offering. And then I'd like to talk about our work in culture and education, because the totality of what we do in arts and education and culture really is about trying to connect people in India and in the UK. At a critical time for our country's relationships, we believe that the long-term bilateral relationship has one thing at its basis, and that is the strongest possible people-to-people relationships. And the British Council, I have the great privilege to bring together a range of colleagues across India to create programs in arts and education and using the English language to create the strongest possible relationship between our countries, between peoples in Britain and India. So as I said, we're in the new Hyderabad library for the British Council. There are 10,000 books available to members, 4,000 on show today. And we're buying about 1,000 new books a year. We moved recently into these new state-of-the-art premises, which we've tried to turn into a very flexible space for both sharing knowledge and culture. So as well as having books and all the sorts of things that library members would expect, we're also screening cultural events. So you can see films here. We've got Richard III with celebrated British actor and director Ian McKellen happening next week. On screen, so come and see that. And we have a range of workshops for kids and for people who are looking for professional development opportunities. So this is a really important space for us, a really important place to bring people together, to share ideas, and to respond to the requests that we've got for children and professional development workshops. So I hope that many of you will take up that opportunity. The other important thing we've done is bring our libraries into the 21st century. So the British Council has been in India for about 70 years, and libraries have been a critical part of the work that we do for all of that time. We really believe that physical spaces, bringing people together to share ideas and knowledge, is a critical part of what we can do in India. But we know that that's not enough today. We know that we need to go. We need to have an online offer. We need to work digitally to connect with many more millions of people. So I'm delighted that my team are also able to launch an online library, giving you access to hundreds of thousands of books, magazines, periodicals, academic journals, even British theatre, comics, graphic novels, and some audiobooks. And the online library is a critical part of what I want us to be talking about in the 4 or 5 years that I'm here. And you're going to see, if I can be my own demonstrator, some of that offer. So this is the opening page for our online library, where you can see the sorts of things that we're offering. The very first thing you'll get is access to 4,000 brilliant newspapers. I'm glad that many from this country and region are there. We're also offering access to thousands of independent films through a partnership with Indie Flicks. And if you want some British magazines, we've got a great selection of magazines. I'm very happy that Good Food is there. You can also get access to The Economist. And we want to have a big offer for children. So children and graphic novels here through Comics Plus. Audiobooks are an increasingly important way for people to access literature. If any of you are at the gym in the morning, as I am, people are listening to their books in the gym or in the car on the way to work. You can do that with our library's offer. We have 2,000 academic journals that you can access through JSTOR. 500 learning games for kids. And some British theatre, some really brilliant contemporary British theatre through a partnership with Digital Theatre Plus. And you can find all of that on our online libraries membership. I hope that thousands of people in Hyderabad will join the tens of thousands of people that are British Council libraries members across the country. using our online resources and the brilliant space that we have here. Today I also want to talk about our broader ambitions in culture and our work in education. The Prime Ministers of Britain and India last year announced that 2017 would be a year of cultural exchange. And I'm delighted that the British Council was asked to be the lead body in India to deliver that cultural programming. And I'm announcing today the first digital commissions for that programme, because I'm very keen that we find new ways to connect with millions of people sharing our culture online. And the British Council and I have asked Sonia Mazumdar, based in Chennai, to help us reach millions of people celebrating contemporary Indian music through a project called Mix the City. And Sonia has been asked to identify musicians all over India so that we can create YouTube videos of the music of the north, south, east and west of India. And then we're going to mix Sonia with an incredible British digital agency called Flying Object and create a way for users to play with her work through their phones and their tablets and computers. And we expect millions of people to take part in Mix the City. We expect millions of people all over the world to be excited and inspired by the contemporary music-making story of India. And I'm delighted that we're able to work with Sonia to do that.